All right, good morning. We are in Your Lifebook, and we are in element 5. This is the second half of it, building a healthy mindset. We're on page 141 in the first edition. So take a few moments to consider some of the ways you can recruit your friends to help improve your health and well-being. Jot them down. If you want to understand the power of relationships and the effect they have on your life, take a look at part 1.7 in Dr. A's Habits of Health, Optimizing Your Surroundings, Creating Your Microenvironment of Health. As you create your new healthy life, you should draw your friends close and move away from your accomplices. A friend is someone who will help you on your journey. An accomplice is someone who actively helps you to get in trouble. List 5 friends, list 5 accomplices. And I have names down there. Have like-minded people around you is a powerful motivator. That's why it's a good idea to preemptively stack the deck with people that can assist you on your journey to a healthier you. When managing your accomplices, make sure that when you are socializing with them, you avoid environments where they can influence your behaviors. It may be better to take a break from them until your habits are installed and you are stronger. Your decision to change your health and improve your well-being is life-changing, but only if you are willing to take responsibility and make some secondary choices that may seem hard right now. However, I promise it will pay dividends down the line. It is important to understand that your authorship of the story of your health and well-being will occur in series of small steps or chapters. They will unfold with feedback, practice, and coaching, and, like a seed planted today, will grow over time. It's funny because the question on the WinZoom this morning was about, what has happened with being a coach and how has it kept you I don't remember, plugged in or something. And I just went off on the fact that Dr. A teaches us, and I think it was in element 4, about being open, curious with a growth mindset. And I just truly believe in everything that we do with Optavia, that is a foundational step because we have to always be striving for something, whether it's in the weight loss journey. If we get stuck in the weight loss piece and we never make it to the transition, that's stuck. That's not open, curious, and growth minded. Yeah, I know what to do, but I'm not doing it. That's not real. Yeah, I know what to do, but what don't I know? That's open, curious, and willing to grow. What's next? We have to always be looking for what's next. We get into transition and we recalibrate that metabolism. And then as we move into optimization, we're always striving for greater health. What does that look like? Well, you don't have any more weight to lose, but what does that look like? Open, curious. We're always in the education. That's why 10 years later, I'm still reading through the book for half an hour once a week. Plus, whenever I get a chance to lead a WinZoom, I'm reading in there. What about with coaching? If we are not staying plugged into the coaching community and learning and growing with it, we're behind. There are things that are happening. I mean, this new 3.0 is just booming, which is won't even be launched until next July. They're prepping us by really helping us step into metabolic health and looking at our own and really striving for greater, stronger health and helping getting ourselves away from insulin issues and spiking our blood sugar so that our bodies can really work ultimately and truly getting metabolic health. So anyways, there's my little side note. We've always got to be open, curious, and growth mindset. And that's what'll take us into our hundreds with a thriving mind and a thriving body. So, okay, page 142. Avoiding traps. One of the key areas you are going to have to work on is family members, friends, and others creating scenarios that are well intended, but put you in a position that would create behavior that is not supportive of your new path or story. And yesterday on the WinZoom, they were talking about friends. And it's kind of funny how when you plug into Optavians, we truly can thrive. And it's really hard. Some of my old friendships are not something that I spend a lot of time with because they're not sometimes negative, sometimes draw me down, sometimes are very fixed, stuck mindset. And it really does take me down versus working with my coaches or working with clients. It's inspiring and moving, and it doesn't hurt if I ask, okay, can I coach you on this? And they're always like, yes, please. Um, or sometimes they have to speak into me, but it's with a real heart to serve me, and I know that. And we just become such different people that it's good, and we can, and we help each other grow and move forward and keep striving for greater health in all things and who we are and our personal development. Wow, okay, I'm on a rampage today. So next paragraph. We all have a well-meaning grandmother that makes our favorite pie and expects us to eat everything we're served. It is important to use your new skills here, to address a potential relationship issue if you say no. Remember, the offering is the other person's expression of love or gift to you, and they may not have the same mindset. That's why hanging out with Optavians is so much better, especially as they grow and grow and grow and become more open, curious with that growth mindset. The best thing you can do is politely explain why you are choosing not to eat the pie. I recommend a big hug, and I appreciate the thought, and I love you, if it's appropriate. You can also ask them to respect your request to support you because it is very important to you. Also, to give you strength. You can even share with them your why from element one, being clear on why you are here, which explains all the important reasons you are making these changes. If they truly love you, they will get it. And if they don't, they should be considered an accomplice. So I just love to say, you know what? I am on a health journey of a lifetime, and I'm feeling so good. I'm leveling out my blood sugar, and I really don't want to do that. And I would love to have your support and your encouragement. And if you ask them to help you, half the time they become the food police. And you pull out your brownie and they're like, can you have that? It's like, actually, yeah, it's protein carb balance, low glycemic, and it serves my body well. It's a fun conversation. Places. The environment around us shapes our daily behavior. This section has two main categories. We will first look at a place of support to assist you on your journey. Then we'll explore the underlying structure of your environment. Support can come from many different places. I am here to help coach and assist you. Beyond the help I can provide, the idea of being coached or part of a group may be appealing to you, or you may be more comfortable as a self-help individual. Remember, this is your new adventure, and you need to proceed at your pace and your comfort level. That said, there is a lot of evidence that having a variety of sources of influence and assistance in this type of journey can enhance our chances of success. In fact, they say if you're working with a coach, you are 5 times more likely to achieve your goals and sustain them, especially if you stay connected beyond the weight loss phase. It's one of the reasons we encourage coaching, but it's really, really important to stay plugged into all of the tools. And then they also say that you're going to lose 10 times the amount of fat when you're working with a coach because you're really sticking to program. and you're going to protect 98% of your lean muscle mass. That's pretty exciting too. My experience and community always inspires us forward. So that's why I encourage the WinZooms, the Monday night webinar. Anything, if you have anything live, go to it. If you have time together, striving for greater health with others with the same mindset. So my experience has shown that we all learn in different ways, but that there are some important catalysts to enhance your ability to master your new habits. Learning to practice and practicing are important, and you have probably heard about the 10,000 hours that are required to achieve mastery of a particular action. The part that is often overlooked is that it is deliberate practice that makes the difference. This is best accomplished by using accurate mindful feedback, coaching, and deliberate practice. In the following diagram, you can see the progression, 4 stages of learning the habits of health. We go from unconscious incompetent to conscious incompetent to conscious competence to unconscious competence. So in that first one, we don't know what we don't know. And then when we move over to conscious incompetence, we become aware of what we didn't know. And then in conscious competence, consciously make the effort to do the healthy thing. And then the fourth one is it turns into just what I do. And I love this loop. At the bottom, it says practice. At the top, it says feedback. And in the middle, it's coaching. And sometimes when we're between these two, usually if we're in this one where we're consciously competent and we let our healthy habits slide and we go back to this one, which is conscious incompetence, that's when we feel like it's so hard because we can never go back to this one where we don't understand, we don't even know that we're not doing it, that unconscious incompetence. We can never go back to this one. We can only go to this one and know that there's this to strive for. And it feels so hard to get there if we ever go backwards a little bit. That's where the open, curious growth mindset is so very important, not to get stuck in, I know how to do it, I'm just not doing it. Well, what don't you know? Keep growing in your consciousness, and pretty soon practicing will make it become just what you do. Okay, wow, I've got lots of side notes. Stage 1, unconscious incompetence. This is our starting point. We may have some ideas about how to transform a particular habit of health, but it is usually incomplete. We've also not shown any ability to consistently perform a certain skill or behavior. Stage 2, conscious incompetence. By reading Dr. A's Habits of Health and through feedback from others, you are now aware of what you need to do to accomplish the skill or habit. Stage 3, conscious competence. Through applying the installation tools, using your Lifebook, and having the support of a coach or some other form of assistance, you are learning and repeating the new skill or habit, which is transforming your behavior in an effective way. Stage 4, unconscious competent. This is the point when the skill, ability, and habit is fully installed and you do it without thinking. You are transforming your behaviors to create and support optimal health and well-being so you reach your goal, and it lasts a lifetime. Now recognize, this is each habit we have to practice. This isn't, oh, I start like this, and by the end, I end like this, and oh, everything's perfect because I just do what I do. This is each habit needs to be practiced and be put through the ringer. That's why we're open, curious, and growth mindset. So This is the goal of the Habits of Health Transformation System, to allow you to take full authorship of your health and life, and for you to become the dominant force in your life. The Habits of Health Transformational System is designed to move you through the 4 stages in a logical fashion. Its design will go a long way to help provide information and skills, which will in turn provide feedback, coaching, and some great tools. In addition, I highly recommend you seek additional support to you and help you practice and achieve the goal of mastering your habits of behavior. Support could come from role models who exemplify optimal health or well-being, or you can start by recruiting a friend to join you in this new path to health. It can be as simple as a buddy, your spouse, or even neighbors. Essentially, you need someone who can provide an easy, convenient opportunity to be together. Earlier, you listed some of the ways and people you associate with that can encourage you or give you a helping hand. Having like-minded people around you, we talked about a minute ago, sorry, got a funny little note. Whether you are best served by a drill sergeant, a cheerleader, or getting the occasional encouraging word from a friend, it is nice to be around people who desire to improve their health and their lives alongside you. That's a great reason to refer a friend to your coach, is simply to have more people in your, or decide to coach, to simply have more people in your corner, whether you're encouraging them and they're encouraging you. And that's one thing as a coach, a lot of times I get so encouraged by my clients. I'll ask them, well, anyways, beyond the Habits of Health Transformational System and your close friends or family, there are many powerful influences you can use to help you become strong, unconscious, competent in your health and life. Throughout the book, I will refer to the robust community that I have helped design and build to provide an amazing support network of people who have developed a culture of optimal health and well-being. This dynamic social structure has already affected the lives of over 1 million people. In this structure, Optavia, of which I am the co-founder and which you may already be a part of, offers the guidance of a coach who uses the Habits of Health Transformational System to assist people in their journey to optimal health. Think of coaches as fellow travelers who have decided to help others as well as themselves to become a higher version of themselves. If you are part of our community, I hope you are taking full advantage of your coach as a caring partner that can play a vital role in your transformation. Also, our community is a rich environment of support, role models, knowledge, and common goals. It also values many other intangibles that connect and enhance the experience. I have found that the clients who are plugged into our community have a much higher rate of success. If you are alone, then you fail alone and potentially might give up. If you are plugged into our community and you fail, you are encouraged, inspired, and reminded that this is simply a temporary setback. And by continuing, you will build the ability to succeed. It also leads to many people to also decide to become coaches and help themselves as they assist people they work, play, and socialize with to develop better health and share higher state of well-being. Help can come from formal settings like behavioral groups, medical facilities, wellness programs, commercial programs that involve group meetings, and from online communities. It can also come from trainers, wellness coaches, health professionals, and others who specialize in helping others create health in their lives. In addition, you will start noticing that there are other things which increase your tendencies to make unhealthy or healthy choices. It will be very important as you progress in your life book to start making note of things that throw you off. It is equally important to note when certain things or conditions make it easier to make healthy choices. Lastly, it is always good to ask yourself the following. What is your kryptonite? What things, places, or persons have a tendency to throw you off your game? This is personal stress and environmental stress. We go up the line from green to red. Okay. Page, I can't tell what page this is, 147. The electronic leash. One of the distractions that has crept into modern life and has created an almost insatiable craving is our relationship with our digital devices. And yes, they provide the incredible benefit of continuous connection to our family and friends, but it is not without a cost to our health and well-being. Our attention span has dropped over the last decade from 12 seconds to 8 seconds, which is shorter than that of a goldfish. It's a source of stress and cause a decrease in productivity and physical ills such as neck pain, elevated blood pressure, and all-out exhaustion. Check the boxes as you adopt these basic techniques, which are micro habits that can improve your relationship with your electronic devices. Remember, micro habits are the little ones that we tuck in there to support our macro habits, the big ones. So turn off push notifications to reduce the constant stimulus response and check your device at convenient times instead. This will break the stimulus response that can be so addictive and exhausting. Perform a phone stack at lunch or dinner, or actually put the phones out of sight. Recent studies have shown that just the presence of your phone has a negative and an exhaustive effect on your relationships and health. Change your screen to black and white, which will decrease the appeal and vibrancy that continually grabs our attention. Pick periods during the day that are digital free times. A good way of doing this is to leave your phone at your desk when you get up every hour to move. This way, you are incorporating 2 habits of health into a time period. He calls that habit stacking. Make your bedroom digital-free room and invest in a good old-fashioned alarm clock. Stop multitasking and focus on one screen at a time, because when you switch back and forth, it is disruptive to our thinking and creates anxiety. Read a book on paper rather than digitally, as your mind processes abstract information more effectively when it is printed. Hold your phone and place your digital devices at eye level to decrease neck strain. Use the 20-20-20 rule. Look up from your device every 20 minutes and look 20 feet away for 20 seconds. That's a long time. In conclusion, what is the main keystone behavior that seems to make everything fall into place? Go ahead and write your answer there. Remember, the power of actually writing these things out is huge. The beauty of your life book is that you now are able to start identifying the patterns and things that get in your way. You can now address those areas and add in a preemptive plan. When you find something that typically throws you off, you can now say, if blank happens, I will now choose to blank. Providing this contingency allows you to have an automatic response that is easier to avoid activating the go system and allows you to make the stop, challenge, and choose almost automatic. In the next element, you will start using many of the things you have been learning in the previous element to start improving your health. And now we're to that last page of the book, and make sure on that page, notes to yourself, there's a lot of questions. Connect with your coach about what you've learned. You know, all of your notes and things that you've taken, teach what you've learned. That's one of the most powerful things of what we do. If you learn it to teach it, you actually own it. So all of those little scribbles, and I have a little sticky that I put on this last page every time that I move from an element to an element. I had a sticky on here and it said, connect with Jan, my health coach. So All right, guys, thank you for